Hi, guys. Welcome back to the AFK Podcast. This is episode, what, 6? Yeah, I think it's 6. Anyway, I'm Chelsea.
I'm Olivia.
And we got quite a bit for you all today. We did quite a bit of research. I'm pretty proud of us.
It's a lot of just like announcements of games, pretty much, but
well, a lot of the showcases just like popped off. Happy June, happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Ooh. Oh, hold on. That's staying in the podcast. I hit my space bar and it opened the chat by accident. So our cameras just got so messed up. That's staying in. Anyway.
I love that. That's fine. Listen, it's a work in progress here.
Yeah, indeed.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about the Xbox Games Showcase. We're gonna talk about Ubisoft Showcase. And I did a little bit of research. What? Ubisoft. Yeah.
I love that.
Ubisoft. What is so there's like a meme about it, and they just call it Ubisoft, and ever since then it's just like a song to me. It's like Ubisoft. Yeah, I don't know.
Fair.
Anyway, I'm also going to be talking about the new Apple headset that looks like it should be for gamers, but is not for gamers. Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to try and find that meme too, so we can like input it, so it's not like just me talking out of my butt.
There was something,
I swear.
There was something else I saw about the Apple thing, and now I can't rember it, but hopefully I remember
it's heinously expensive?
No, it's not just that. I saw a TikTok or something, but I will have to try to remember it when we get to that portion of it. But
okay.
We want to start with the Xbox Game Showcase?
Yeah.
So Microsoft Xbox Game Showcase, there is one game that a whole bunch of people are really excited about. I'm really excited about a different game. As Chelsea said, I'm not like other girls.
I'm looking through the...
it's the one with a bunch of exclamation points after it.
Well, so I'm trying to figure out which one I'm most excited for. I understand which one you're most excited for. Gotcha, obvious.
Gotcha. So let's start with that one.
Duh.
So I think in our first episode of the podcast, I inserted a wonderful clip when we were talking about one of my favorite games when I was growing up, and it was about Chicken Chaser.
Yep.
And that is from a game called Fable. The company that made the games went out of business. I want to say it was in 2017 when I was looking everything up. It was in 2017 that they went out of business, but in 2020 Microsoft announced that they were rebooting it, and rebooting Fable. So the new spin-off reboot Fable game will be coming out. They announced it in 2020, but they released a trailer for it during the Microsoft Xbox Game Showcase, and I am so excited. It looks so good. I'm so ready to be able to run around in Fable again. It really makes me want to, like I had said like in the podcast before, that my plan after Final Fantasy was to do Oblivion and Skyrim, but like part of me really kind of wants to do Fable as well, just because like especially with this being announced, I really want to play it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I'm so excited.
I've seen some like gameplay of like Fable's past, if you will.
Yep.
It looks great. It looks just like wholesome fun.
It's so much. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's wholesome. You can of the children in the orphanage. And then but make the person in charge of the orphanage in love with you. I'm pretty sure that my brother's best friend did that when he played it. It's not super wholesome, but
people think Assassin's Creed is wholesome.
I mean, true, but like I feel like you can play this game very like be very wholesome, but you can also be like evil. And I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly,
that was a lot of games. Listen.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, though, I'm pretty sure like yeah, the nicer that you are, you'll get like a halo over your head.
That's cute.
And I'm pretty sure the meaner you are, you may get. I feel like it was devil horns. Let me look. I want kind of look it up now. Yeah, you get horns
That's cute.
if you're evil, but if you're good, then you get a halo. I'm pretty sure over your head. So like it's really up to you, like how you want to play the game. I don't remember if I was good or bad when I used to play them, because I'm usually evil when I play Oblivion and Skyrim. Not evil, but I'm usually like I'm part of the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood whenever I play. But I don't.
Listen, I understand.
I don't think I was ever evil in Fable. I just don't remember.
Looks like you got a lot to do.
I do. I have a lot to do. I'm so excited. I saw that. That's why it has, like, in our Google Doc that we have for the podcast, it has, like, 7 exclamation points after it. It's in all caps. It's the only one in all caps. I'm super excited. But I'm going to jump down to the one that everyone else is really excited for, which is Starfield.
Yeah, listen. I haven't been up to date on a lot of things right now. I'm moving, for anyone that's wondering. I'm, like, kind of going insane. Not the point. So, this is the first time I've been hearing about it. This thing looks massive.
Well, so it was made by Bethesda, who makes...
This thing is massive.
Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout.
This thing is massive.
Yeah, it is an action role-playing game developed by Bethesda Studios. The video game was formally announced during Bethesda's E3 press conference in 2018, so it's been in production since 2018. And the game takes place in a space-themed setting and will be the first new intellectual property developed by Bethesda in over 25 years. So it's going to be set in an area that extends outward from the solar system from approximately 50 light years, called the Settled Systems. So I'm assuming it's going to be very much like Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout, where it's going to be this open world RPG, but it's in space instead of being in like a post-apocalyptic world or a like fantasy world.
What you're telling me is take the entire premise of like Skyrim, but make it No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Pretty much. Or like my mind, despite me not having played it fully before, is it's Bethesda's version of it, like an open world Mass Effect. That's what my mind went to.
Ooh, I'd be down for that. That sounds like fun.
So it'll be coming out, unfortunately it's not going to be a PlayStation game. It's only coming out on Windows and Xbox Series XS, which means that if I want to play it, I'm going to either have to get it on Windows or get an Xbox Series XS because I do not have one. And it is set to release on September 6th, 2023. And it is only single player, which honestly, single player for Bethesda games, that's how I feel like it should be. I know that on this list we also have an expansion pack for ESO coming out. I think I've talked about it in the past, and like you have said that you put a lot of hours into ESO, but like
maybe I can figure out how many hours I put into ESO. I have my PlayStation up right now.
You could, but
probably could. I'll see if I can find that in a little bit. It's gonna be rough.
But I know that I personally, like, growing up playing like Oblivion and then playing Skyrim and playing Fallout games, like for me when I would want to go play ESO, and I've never played Fallout 76, so I don't even know if it's similar to ESO, but I didn't like the playstyle as much as I did the actual single player RPGs.
So I played Fallout 76 for a little while too. There's some similar qualities to it, like you can tell it was made by the same people.
Yeah.
You can tell. But it's not... like, the mechanics of it are not the same.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, I don't... It's hard to tell, like, hard to be like, yeah, it's definitely made by the same company, but, like, it's also, like, not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a carbon copy in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. but like you can see where they carried some stuff over, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think that Bethesda making this a single player game is correct. Like I don't think that like I think that they really like
I
just
can't
hit
stop
the mark
yawning.
making their single player RPGs, and I don't
For
think that
real.
there was a necessity to make ESO or Fallout 76. I know that there is another ESO game and being rumored, not ESO, another just Elder Scrolls game coming, like being
I was gonna say, huh?
no, just
Got it.
another Elder Scrolls game that's being like rumored. And I'm really hoping that obviously like it's just because I know that ESO expands like the world so
All the
that
time.
you're not just that, but like it just expands the world so that like you're going to these places that you maybe haven't seen before in the other games. And so I'm really hoping that like if they did do another Elder Scrolls game, that it's just like you get to see these world like these areas of the world in is it Tamriel? But I just hope that like if they do another game, then you get to see these places that you see in ESO, but just in single player format. You know, so like the
Yeah.
people that didn't like the playstyle and didn't put so many hours into the game could still see these new areas.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying, and I definitely agree.
But yeah, so that's the one everyone else is excited for. Other than that, I know that I'll just start from the top again and start going down. There's South of Midnight, which I have not seen a whole lot about.
I've seen little snippets of it. I definitely don't think it's one of like the bigger names, but it's not completely hidden in like I don't know if it's an indie game or whatever it is, but I have seen snippets of like screenshots of things.
It's saying it's a third-person action.
So much action, they gotta say it twice.
So much
I
action
don't
that
understand how.
they gotta say it twice. But so South of Midnight is there. The next one is Star Wars Outlaws, which was also shown on that Chelsea added was also shown on the Ubisoft Forward. And
Sorry.
you said it looks like Grand Theft Auto, but on Tatooine.
It's yeah. So they just released the like official gameplay trailer. They didn't release like a lot of gameplay in said trailer. But I invite you all to go and watch it because it's giving me just Grand Theft Auto vibes. Like just the way that like the characters are like talking to one another over the table, like it looks like they're like doing a deal of some like it just looks real Grand Theft Auto-y. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing.
No, that's
It could be fun.
honestly kind of excited for it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm down.
Other than that, we have the next one is 33 Immortals.
Okay.
Which says it has 33 player co-op. Which
33?
This game 33 players because it's 33
Well, I mean,
33 Immortals.
I understand 33 isn't like that big of a number, but like I don't know, it still blows my mind.
Well, I mean, Fortnite's 100.
So yeah, I was comparing it to like Fortnite, Apex, you know. I don't know, 33, I was like, "Oh!"
But like I'm not seeing the name of the people who developed it, but like the one thing that I'm always anxious about when they're like doing like a high number count in a co-op game is like if the servers can handle it.
Yeah.
So like it depends on who. It says indie studio Thunder Lotus has announced the game today. So
listen,
some indie studios are amazing. So they
I'm not going to knock it. I'm not going to knock it yet.
It just makes me anxious.
I get it. I understand.
Because I don't want it to run terribly because it does look kind of fun.
Oh.
Next
I want to give the indie studios like a chance. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean,
you go, guys.
Like, look at Faz is technically made by an indie studio.
Oh, it's so big.
Yeah.
So big.
Next we have Payday 3. Paydays have always been fun.
Yep. It took me a second to like kind of remember what it was, but yep.
Paydays have always been fun, so I'm excited. We have Persona 3. I'm assuming that's a remaster?
I believe it's a remaster, if I'm not mistaken. I can look that up really quick.
I'm like just assuming, considering I'm playing 5. But who knows?
Yeah, it's Persona 3 Reload.
Okay, so it's a remaster of Persona 3. I think that yesterday in Sarah's stream, Tyler, I think Darth Shinobi had mentioned it. And Tyler was like mentioned just the Microsoft Xbox Game Showcase, and then Tyler's like, "Oh yeah, Persona 3." So he was excited about that one.
It's a great series, honestly. It's very different, but like it's a great story.
I'm not so this may seem very controversial. I'm not a huge fan of turn-based games.
I get it.
And so
Not for everyone.
I'm enjoying the artwork and obviously like the way that Persona 5 looks. I'm enjoying the fact that it's basically like me watching an anime but playing it.
Yeah.
But
it's like an anime story, but like also game.
But like turn-based gameplay kind of makes me a little weary of playing games, if that makes sense.
Okay. It doesn't, sure.
Like no, like if it's a turn-based game, like I'm like not super invested in it.
Oh.
While I'm playing. Got it. Like running around, great. Running around.
I'm here for it.
Story,
but like turn-based,
amazing. And then as soon as I get into a battle, I'm like, I don't know about this.
Yeah. I mean, growing up on Fire Emblem, like that's just I'm used to it by now. I'm all right with it. Let's go.
Well, and like when I was talking to Ewan about it, Ewan was like, "Well, you played Pokemon." I was like, "I feel like Pokemon's different."
I understand Pokemon's turn-based. I get it.
But it's different.
It's different. It's not, but it is.
It's turn-based, but it's not turn-based at the same time.
I understand what you're saying. I don't know why it's different, but it is.
Yeah.
What's next? We have
Avowed, which I just looked up. It says an upcoming action role-playing video game developed by Obsidian Entertainment. Avowed will take place in the same universe as Pillars of Eternity in the world of Aora. A lot of people are comparing it to Skyrim.
Interesting. Skyrim-esque things are making a comeback. I'm happy to get out of this. I'm happy to get out of this like Dark Souls, Elden Ring era of people making games
that are just
like the entire purpose of them are to just piss you off
and to make you cry, pretty much.
To like physically make you hate yourself for playing it, but you have to grind it out. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are really fun, and I respect them. I didn't want everyone to come out with one.
True. Yeah. Well, I mean, Elden Ring and Dark Souls were made by the same company, but like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, I feel like a lot of games recently, like another game that I can mention that I feel like is kind of similar to me when it comes to those types of games is The Witcher.
Yep.
Like, I just like it's why.
I just like I'll scroll through like the PlayStation Store or whatever, and I'll be like, oh, like this game looks fun, and I'll go and look through it, and it's just like, ooh, like so many like whimsical, dark, scary bosses, but like guess what, you don't have armor, you really gotta battle your way through it, you're probably gonna die a bunch of times. And I'm like,
no,
I'd rather just play Elden Ring because I know it's gonna be good than buy a game that's gonna do the same and like take a chance. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean.
Obsidian Entertainment, though, that is making this game, also made Fallout New Vegas.
Ooh. I knew that name was familiar.
That's like the one of the ones that I recognize on the list. It says early projects include Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Okay.
And then Neverwinter Nights 2, which are both BioWare games, which love BioWare. And then other notable works is Fallout New Vegas, Dungeon Siege 3, and South Park: The Stick of Truth. So
those are some
interesting ones.
Very varying titles.
It is. But Oh, they also made Baldur's Gate, which I've heard really good things about as well.
I have heard good things about that. I haven't played it myself.
I've heard it's very Dragon Age-esque. A lot of people that are saying
Love that.
they're having withdrawals from Dragon Age people will recommend playing Baldur's Gate. So,
I mean, okay. All right.
Next, we have Sea of Thieves: The Legend of Monkey Island. Sea of Thieves is getting a expansion, and
I
it's
love
for
that.
The Legend of Monkey Island. I've played a little bit of Sea of Thieves. It's a lot of fun. I just haven't had a chance with Ewan to play it again. After that, we have Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Dude, what's up with everyone in simulators?
I don't know, but it's there.
The trucking simulators?
Goat Simulator. Anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna hit me for that one.
That's fine.
Next we have Senua's Sacrifice Hellblade, which is a third-person action adventure game. It was tightly. What? Go ahead.
Keep going.
It says it was tightly designed with Ninja Theory, focusing on just a handful of mechanics that were executed well, is what it says.
On my screen, currently, it says Senua's Saga.
Oh.
Not Sacrifice.
I looked up Senua's Saga, and then that's what came up.
Interesting. They might be still like dwindling down with the names. That's fine.
But either way, I think it's the same concept. But you know.
Oh, I'm sure.
After that, we have Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, which I know nothing about. Never heard that name in my life.
I feel like that's an interesting slew of words that are strung together. Like a Dragon.
It looks
Infinite Wealth.
It looks Grand Theft Auto and Sim-like.
I'm gonna go and look it up. I gotta.
The trailer has a man naked on the beach.
Now I feel like you're just telling me anything to throw me off.
No, I'm being serious. He walks on the beach not knowing he's naked, and then someone screams at him and he looks down and he's naked.
He's naked. Okay, I don't know.
At first, the art style looked Grand Theft Auto and Sim-like, but then that happened and I'm very confused now.
I'm looking at just like screenshots of the game. I have no idea what this is going to be about. It looks like a beautiful game when you don't look at the pictures with the naked man.
True.
No offense to the naked man.
I'm gonna look up what's the word I'm looking for? Synopsis?
Okay. I was like,
that's what I was looking for. Features 2 playable protagonists who are legendary ex-Yakuza. Well, after the Naked Man game, we have Atlantic City update for Fallout 76. After that, we have Kunitsugami.
Yeah, I think it's
Goddess.
Kunitsugami. I think it's by Capcom.
Why does that sound like Sarah's Twitch name?
Right. Yeah, I think it's by Capcom.
Oh, okay. This looks pretty.
It looks really pretty.
I'm looking up synopsis again.
I believe it's just another fighting-esque game.
I was gonna say, it kind of looks like,
I'd love to help you if you give me something to go
Mortal
off of.
Kombat.
Understood. Got it.
It looks Mortal Kombat-esque from
it does,
pictures.
But like also like spirits and really vivid but also dull colors at the same time.
Yeah.
It looks really pretty.
Okay. Next we have Forza Motorsport.
I was never a big Forza kid.
Neither was I. So moving on. Next we have ESO Journey to Necrom, which is the expansion for ESO. ESO is
I'm
Elder
going
Scrolls
to
Online for anyone who might not know.
When we're done with this, I'm gonna look on my PlayStation, because if I start screwing with it right now, my entire apartment's just gonna go dark. I know it's gonna get all screwed up. I know it. But when we're done with this, I'm gonna see how many hours I put into that bad boy.
Okay.
And insert it right here.
So after looking it up, Chelsea realized that it wasn't really that much, but it was about 120 hours that she put into the game. Okay, well.
Thank you. Cool. ESO might get back into ESO. So sorry, guys. Oh, I hate myself too.
Stop.
I just it took a lot out of me.
Oh my god.
Anyway, moving on.
Next we have Overwatch 2 Invasion.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to go off about that.
Listen, there's a lot going on with Overwatch right now, and like I don't want, like, I understand what they're projecting, but I don't know what they're actually going to accomplish. Especially because the whole, like, there's a bunch of stuff going on with the CEO and all of the scandals that are going on with Overwatch, or not Overwatch, Blizzard. It's just gonna bring, like, new story missions, PvP, stuff I think it's essentially, this is my theory, all right? This is my theory. They sacked their PvE. They took whatever sections of their PvE that worked, and they're just calling it Overwatch Invasion.
Okay.
That's
fair.
my guess. Yeah. Because I know for a fact not all of their PvE was, like, crap. I know it. I mean, there has to be some parts of it that worked. And I'm sure they're going to try and capitalize off of that as much as possible. So I think this is what it's going to be. So yeah, story missions. There's some new, I don't know if it's going to be specifically Overwatch Invasion or just like a new season for Overwatch, or maybe that's what they're calling the new season for Overwatch. I'm not sure. The new season's coming out with like new maps and a new hero and like all the stuff that Sam and I touched base on last episode. If you didn't listen to that, please go back and listen to that. It was a good episode. But yeah. My theory is it's just their PvE, and they're just like, hey, let's turn it into something since we worked on it.
Since we have like the script for it, yeah, we might as well.
Yeah, since we have something, let's just sack the parts that suck and make money off of the parts that didn't.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Next we have Persona 5 Tactica, which is a spin-off of Persona 5.
Two Personas. Well, one's a remake, this one's a spin-off.
Yeah.
Regardless, I love it because I love the art style. So like I'm here for more.
Yeah. Next we have Jasant, is what I'm assuming.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Which the first thing that comes up is them talking about it with Zelda.
So from me just doing a quick Google, okay? It says Jasant is a brand new action puzzle climbing game with meditative vibes.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even understand the string of words that was put before my eyes.
Nope, so we're gonna move on.
Climb dangerous mountains. Sorry, I'm still on this. Climb dangerous mountains and explore wrecked spaceships?
Interesting.
How do you have a spaceship in a mountain? Multiple.
I'm not gonna say it because I feel like if I say it, then Sarah's gonna yell at me. So, but you know what I want to say.
Physically, move on.
Okay.
I'm done.
The next one is Still Wakes the Deep, which is a first-person horror game made from the same developer as Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs.
Ooh.
Which means I'm probably gonna end up having to play it. So.
I'm not a horror game girly, but I'll watch you.
Yeah. I just have a feeling that it's gonna, like, not you, but like Sam and Ewan are gonna be like, come on, Olivia, just play it. Just play it.
Oh yeah, and then Sam's gonna be like, I wouldn't be scared at all. Meanwhile, he's in the corner like peeing his pants.
And meanwhile, like, we play Faz and you just hear him screeching in the distance.
Whatever noise that came out of him the other day.
That was so good for me. Honestly, the best. It was so
incredible.
Good. Next we have Dungeons of Hinterberg, which is an action RPG, and social simulator is what it's saying.
From developers Microbird. That seemingly came out of nowhere.
Interesting.
It looks like... I like the art style. It looks interesting.
Yeah. I was trying to think of what it kind of like. Honestly, kind of gives me Fortnite vibes.
A little bit, but like
when
more...
when Fortnite tries to put anime characters into Fortnite.
Yeah, like Fortnite, but think of just like the 2D.
Yeah.
Specific characters in Fortnite.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Cyberpunk update?
Cyberpunk update. I have not played Cyberpunk, and I really want to.
So my partner played Cyberpunk literally when it dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Bugs and all.
Oh, yeah.
And then he went back and played it again a couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And like the work that they did to it was... The game... Okay, hold on. Stop. The game in the first place had the potential to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the artwork, the like premise, all of like the design aspects of it could have been amazing. When they did like the whole update of like fixing some of the really funny bugs, it is looking more and like better and better. So I'm interested to see what this update is going to bring.
Interesting.
I think I would recommend probably... Yeah, I would say probably give Cyberpunk a go now.
Okay.
Why not?
I will. I need a new game. So I don't play Dragon Age 2 for like the 25th time. The next one is Cities Skylines 2, which I'm assuming is very similar to SimCity.
I'm assuming it's gonna be like a city builder.
Yeah.
Which, like, hey, sometimes those are fun.
The next one is very similar to Persona, according to what I'm reading. Because it's made by, I think, the same people. It's made by Atlas. And it's Metaphor Refantasio.
Refantasio? Yeah, I think you got it.
Okay. So that is made by the same people who make Persona. So, wow, they're really pushing out those games.
Yeah, hey, all right.
Sure.
Next up, we have Powerborn.
Yep.
I just looked this one up.
It's a side-scrolling co-op.
Yeah, action RPG from the creators of the Banner Saga.
I was gonna say the thing that it kind of like when I saw the side-scrolling and the way that everything was at the top.
Yeah.
Castle Crashers.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's what my mind went to when I saw this. Was Castle Crashers. But yeah.
I agree.
And then the last one is Clockwork Revolution, which is Sarah's gonna like this one, I think. It is. Oh boy. It looks like the perfect BioShock spiritual successor.
Oh my god! I'm gonna. I love BioShock. I literally just see the logo for this game. I'm in love.
Yeah. I guess it is BioShock Infinite.
Listen, much. I'm here for it. This looks great.
It's just similar to BioShock Infinite is what it's saying.
I just see like a steampunk industrial paradise.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Robots? Give it to me. All right, so next, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Apple's new contraption. Usually, I'm not like big into Apple's anything other than an iPhone. I'm currently on a MacBook Air. And she's old. I'm ready to get rid of her. Not the point. So Apple is making its first what they call mixed reality headset. I inserted a picture just so you can look at it. It looks like ski goggles plus like Google glasses. Interesting concept. Kind of looks cool. But it's not what we think it's going to be, and I'm a little upset about it. So, it's called the Vision Pro, and it starts at $3,500 for a not gaming
VR
concept.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be for workplace solutions, which made so many people upset. Which I don't understand why. What do you need in the workplace
that requires a VR headset?
Zoom?
I remember,
Apple knows what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I think I remember what the TikTok was. It was about people saying that they wanted to use it for concerts, to feel like they're at a concert or something.
That's such a niche audience.
I don't know. I think that's what it was.
It would be so much better for gaming.
Oh, yeah. I feel like they would give Oculus a run for their money if they made a gaming headset.
But what they did, in my opinion, slightly wrong. There's a reason why it can't be a gaming headset. So, it needs an external battery and a cord to even run because of its micro OLED display that features over 23 million pixels.
That's disgusting.
In a pair of goggles.
I hate that.
I feel like this thing is just going to overheat on your face. I don't understand how it can do this. Not the point.
Well, honestly, maybe it's a good thing it's not for gaming. Can you, imagine, so have you ever played Genshin on your phone?
Yeah.
How hot your phone gets?
I regret it.
But how hot your phone gets? Can you imagine that now on your face?
But, also, imagine your glasses, but just like a TV screen that close to your eyeballs.
Yeah, no, that's not going to be good for your vision at all.
Goodbye. But anyway, yeah. So it's not going to be, gaming is not a priority for Apple right now, which their only claim to fame is what, iPhone games? Okay.
For gaming?
The era of iPhone games is relatively over.
Listen, still love my bingo.
Oh, I get it. I am a fan of Gardenscapes. I will play it for a very long time. But I'm not, I play that when I'm trying to go to bed. It's not like I sit on my couch and I'm like, you know what I should do? I should play some Gardenscapes. Which is what I used to do with, Flappy Bird.
Yeah.
Or, what was it? Was it Little Wings or Tiny Wings or whatever? The little bird that you, shoo, launch off the hill.
And then Temple Run.
That era of iPhone games, unbeatable. We're not going to get another one, I don't think. Because they're trying to come out with, Genshin for your phone.
That just makes your phone
Honkai Star Rail for your phone.
Well,
I don't want to play that on my phone.
I think there is, a pretty good audience of people who still play games on their phone. Razer, I know for a fact, there's the Backbone that one company makes. I don't remember who it is.
Oh, yeah.
But Razer also makes the same thing and they also made a phone. Razer made a phone that's made for gaming. Because, you can play, your PlayStation games on your phone.
But that's Razer, not Apple.
True. Razer, who makes products for gamers. But,
literally, their target audience
is gamers.
Mm-hmm. Apple's target audience is not gamers. Clearly.
Business people.
Business people.
And,
college students.
Yeah, and,
in college.
Our generation, pretty much.
Yeah. So, it's not, don't get me wrong. The era of, the era of iPhone games. Not, the big developed games.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little clicky games.
Yeah.
Like Bejeweled on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
That era, I think, is long gone. Not a lot of people are making games like that anymore. I do miss them.
Yeah.
I do. Tiny Towers? Ooh. Man.
You could still play it. Cooking Mama.
Don't.
Diner Dash.
Eat. Stop talking.
Okay.
I cannot wait to get a functioning computer so I can play Played Up, because it's like Diner Dash, but automated at kind of the same time. Ish. Not the point. Anyway, to close out my little Apple segment, Sony might be working on a competitor.
And Sony
Shocking.
probably will do it better, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, Sony makes PlayStation.
Sony makes a lot of things, right?
Sony makes a lot of things.
One of Sony's target audiences
is gamers.
Yep. Not for Apple.
No, that thing is gonna overheat on someone's face and catch on
That
fire.
That's just not.
It's gonna catch on some fire on someone's face.
I'm terrified.
Well, next.
Like, stick with phones,
also,
guys.
like, why so expensive? There's no reason for it to, yeah, wait, we're not done. Why so expensive?
So, and I know that they're gonna have some heinous breakdown of how many pickles, not close, pixels you get per dollar. Why do I need that many pixels?
You don't, but also not just that. Like, if you look at VR headsets right now, they don't look bad.
No,
and I mean, they're not nearly as expensive.
So we got the Oculus. It's a little clunky.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. It's a VR headset. It's a little big. You need like the full head strap. Otherwise, that thing's just gonna break your nose.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not making something for gaming, why is it this expensive?
Doesn't need to be at all.
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you mean to tell me that you're gonna put like virtual concerts on when I'm still probably gonna have to pay $500 for a ticket and also $3,500 for a headset?
Yeah.
That I can't even play games on.
I can't even play games on it.
I just use it for a concert that I still have to pay money to see.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
A funny little story about VR headsets that have nothing to do with the price or anything that I just thought of. My brother listens to the podcast.
Hi.
And we went to PAX East. Our first time going to PAX East, I think, was 2016?
That's fun.
2015, 2016, something like that.
Sounds fun.
We went to PAX East, and he waited in line for like 45 minutes to try a VR headset, and we got home, and 2 days later, he had the flu. He got con flu from a VR headset. So that's just like a funny
clean
little
your
story.
Headsets,
Yeah, clean your headsets.
Clean your headsets. Clean your screens, especially your phone screen, you nasties.
Yep.
Clean your keyboards.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Yep.
Stop bringing things to the bathroom with you.
True. But yeah,
Just
I wanted to put that in there because I feel like that's really fun.
Yeah,
that was our first PAX East experience, and then we went back the next year, and it was a much better experience because that's when I met the creatures.
He also probably didn't try a VR headset.
Oh no, I didn't try the VR headset the first time, but he didn't either. We basically we walked around to all like the booths and like checked out like the games and stuff, but the main thing for me was I wanted to meet the creatures.
And you did?
And I did. I was too afraid to say hi to James because we saw him like just out on the floor of PAX, and this was around when they were filming for Couch Up. like their first like PAX video for Couch Up. And my sister-in-law was there with me, and I was too anxious to go and say hi to James, and so she went over. She's like, can she take a picture with you? She's like a big fan. And so he's like, oh my god, yeah. And he came over and he side-hugged me, and I was
literally
like,
the nicest person in the world, and is just like so jazzed that like the fan is talking to him.
Such a sweetheart, and I love him.
And you're like literally in the corner, like, I'm gonna vomit.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I went to the Rooster Teeth booth, and that's when I saw Kutra, Dan, and it was Spencer with them, the editor.
Oh, okay.
But again, this is when like everything was happening, and they were all like kind of not getting along anymore. And that's also when I stopped being a Creatures fan and was only a Couch Up fan. What? Awkward. But I also met another Twitch streamer that kind of inspired me to Twitch stream.
That's dope.
OMG, it's Firefox. She did Maya Night with the Syndicate Project and Captain Sparkles. And I met her, and she was
Captain
such a sweetheart.
Sparkles.
Dude, love him. So good.
I still watch
so good.
like all the Minecraft stuff he does with like Para Corvus. Love her.
Yes. Love Captain Sparkles.
We'll do an entire episode on our favorite.
Oh my
Twitch
god,
streamers.
no, we should do like old school like gaming YouTubers that we used to watch, and like Twitch streamers. No, we need to.
We'll do an episode about it. Absolutely. Mine are slightly controversial, and I understand. I get it. Not the point.
I literally just named a controversial one, which is the Syndicate Project. You know, CS:GO Lotto. Anyway,
Anyway, that'll come soon. That'll be a fun episode. I'm excited.
We should do that one next. I feel like that's
we should. Maybe that one's gonna come next, guys. We'll see.
Maybe a bonus episode.
Oh yeah. We can do. Sorry, I just got excited.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Next, Ubisoft forward announcements.
Ubisoft. Ubisoft. We already talked about Star Wars Outlaws, but Ubisoft also talked about Star Wars Outlaws in their little announcement showcase that they had. They backed out of E3 for this.
Yeah, but a lot
had
of
their own
did.
thing.
I think the time of cons, I think, is unfortunately coming to an end, which is really depressing for me.
Especially with TwitchCon, with Twitch doing the whole update of everything going on.
Well, not just that. Last TwitchCon, someone broke their back. Anyway,
Ubisoft.
And then Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yeah, so apparently this one's gonna take place in 9th century Baghdad.
My dad's gonna be excited for that.
Interesting. Except they're going to bring it back old school Assassin's Creed instead of it being more like RPG style that you've seen in the more recent iterations of Assassin's Creed. It's gonna go more like parkour, stealth, assassination missions, like crouch, climb, avoid. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's not gonna be received well.
I don't know. I think die-hard Assassin's Creed fans are gonna love it.
Well, yeah,
because it's gonna be an homage.
Creed, like 2 fans are gonna be like absolutely, but people who just started playing, like my dad, like he started in Black Flag, and that's where they were.
Black Flag was good.
I feel like that's also where they started to do the whole
like the more RPG-esque thing instead of the more like stealthy thing.
And that's why like he doesn't love 2 as much as he loves the other ones.
I mean, it's not going to be for everyone, but I think it's nice to see them go back to their roots.
Mm-hmm.
Like what Assassin's Creed used to be. Another Assassin's Creed thing coming up, which it freaks me out a little bit. Assassin's Creed Nexus VR is coming out for MetaQuest 2 and 3. I don't know how I feel about playing Assassin's Creed as VR.
Probably just as much as you would feel about playing like Alien Isolation in VR.
I feel like it'd be too much.
Too much, too overstimulating.
Like, imagine just being like, oh yeah, by the way, like your next mission, you have to go and kill this guy. I'm gonna be like, big goggles on, like, fuck no.
No, but like that's. I feel
And
like
I
people
get
who
the whole thing. I get it.
I feel like people though who are gonna like truly enjoy it, like, I feel like I don't want to be near them.
Yeah, that's
because it's like you physically have to do the assassinating yourself. Like it's no longer like you just holding a controller. Yeah. It's like you doing the actions.
You are there moving.
Yeah.
And that's the part that freaks me out a little.
Yeah.
Be careful, Assassin's Creed.
It's like people who buy it get put on a watch list.
They should be. No offense, guys. I'm scared.
Anyway.
Moving on to the next one. Super shocking, guys. Skull and Bones still doesn't have a release date.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
That's
minute.
The announcement.
Wow. Mario and Rabbids really just hit this one hard, didn't it?
We're making it full circle. Back to
Mario
what? Episode 2, 3? I don't even know.
No, I think it was it was 4 because it was the one right before the one with Sam. But like,
you're right.
But dude, Mario and Rabbids is really hurt in this game.
Skull and Bones still doesn't have a release date, but they're gonna launch another closed beta in August.
Hopefully it doesn't go to the people who play Mario and Rabbids. Sorry, Tyler.
I think they're terrified. I think these people
why?
have some trauma.
But like, why are they terrified? This game is not Mario and Rabbids. This game is basically Assassin's Creed. You're giving a release date for Assassin's Creed.
Did they get bullied this hard?
They obviously didn't, though, because they're coming out with new games. So, like, what about this game are they so scared about? And what about Mario and Rabbids impacted this game? Are you using, like, similar combat? Like, I'm confused. Like, I'm confused.
Can you imagine this entire game is just an iteration of Mario and Rabbids just in pirate costumes? Oh. Okay, it took it too far, I guess. I don't know. I'm crying.
But, like, what about Mario and Rabbids is postponing this game? Not Assassin's Creed Mirage. Not Assassin's Creed Mirage. Not any of the other games that you have. Not Star Wars Outlaws. None of the other games on this list are delayed because of Mario and Rabbids. But specifically, Skull and Bones is delayed because of how bad because of how bad Mario and Rabbids did. There has to be something.
Where's the crossover?
I'm looking it up. Was it made by was the same, like, not developers, but is it the same? Published like the same I don't understand. I don't understand. Ubisoft Singapore, did that also make Mario and Rabbids? We're getting to the bottom of this. I'm done.
Okay, we're on a Ubisoft tangent.
I just want to know why Mario and Rabbids.
I want to know what mechanic for what looks to be a beautiful pirate game.
Yeah, it looks great.
Right? That they were like, let's sneak this into Mario and Rabbids just to see how it works out. And the world was like, oh, this sucks. They were like, damn.
But only this. There is no crossover. There's none. So it has to be something in the coding or something that's similar that messed up Mario and Rabbids that they're so afraid of.
Dude, these people need therapy for this.
And like maybe
This
we
is
have it.
wild to me.
Maybe we have it wrong. You know, maybe.
I mean, we could be. This could just
Maybe.
be like absolutely like.
Maybe Mario and Rabbids. Mario and Rabbids was literally made by Ubisoft Milan and Paris, and this one's made by Singapore. There's no, other than the fact that the publisher is Ubisoft, there is no connection.
We might have just fabricated this whole thing, but I really love it. I love the lore.
The thing is when we were looking up like what games were being delayed, it literally said that due to the bad reviews of Mario and Rabbids, the game was getting pushed back. But why specifically that game when they have so many other games that are being announced?
Why specifically? Like, there has to be a link.
There has to be. There's no way that there's not.
This is gonna haunt me.
It's gonna haunt me as well.
I'm sending a strongly worded letter.
Tyler, you need to play this game when it comes out, and you need to tell us what the connection is.
I'm
not playing Mario and Rabbids for this. Anyway, we're moving on before we get more angry. The next one is... Go ahead.
Yeah. No release date. Gonna have a closed beta. Hopefully whatever it is, they resolved it. I don't know. Next one up. A game coming to smartphones. Division Resurgence. Speculated for the fall. I'm a fan of Division games, like, for the most part. I don't think I'd want to play it on a smartphone. You're still cooking over this.
Well, the same thing as before of, like, you were talking about how games on phones aren't really that... Yeah. I don't know how it's going to play.
I don't either. And I'm like, listen, if they can do it and do it well, bravo.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm just not your target audience. I would rather sit on a couch with a controller in my hand.
Me.
And hang there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last one I have is an interesting one. I'm sure you're reading the blurb right now.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. Gameplay looks beautiful. Vivid colors. The biome looks incredible. Trailer showed like some first-person action adventure, like jungle utopia setting with guns.
So are you playing as the military, and then maybe throughout the game you end up turning against the military, because that's basically what the story is. The story is Pocahontas, but with blue people.
You're right.
So
the Blue Man Group is not in Pocahontas. Thank you. How dare you?
No, I'm saying, but with blue people. But Avatar is Pocahontas, but with blue people. Yeah. So I'm assuming you're playing the similar, like a John Smith-esque character.
I'm assuming, but like they vaguely touch on why there are guns.
Okay.
They're just like, oh yeah, the protagonist has like some military training, so like they have guns. And it's like
interesting.
It's like one of those like little details that they just kind of like,
yeah,
let's just slide this in here so it makes sense.
Okay. Okay, cool.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a little weird for me. Okay. Probably not gonna play it, me personally. But I'll definitely watch some people play it, and I'll get back to you when it comes out, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'll get back to you. I just think like just throwing guns in there is a little weird. Don't get me wrong, I understand the movie. I get it. But like
yeah.
I don't know. That concludes my Ubisoft forward announcements. They were a little wild.
We got angry.
Kind fucking game.
The last thing I want to mention, because we always talk about Genshin on stream, is
What's going on?
The fact that tomorrow, on June 13th, so 2 days before this podcast is released, we are getting the new banners, which have Kazuha and Alhaitham doing a rerun. And our 4 stars, I believe, are Jingling, Yao Yao, and Hazo.
I want more constellations for my Hazel.
I also want constellations for my Hazo, but I was really depressed.
Baby.
I was really depressed when I saw Jingling because it was rumored to be Toma, and I wanted C6 Toma.
I think Toma might be the only 4-star I don't have.
Love Toma. My sweet baby boy.
I'll have to, like, go on and confirm when we're done. But, like, I think genuinely he's the only one I don't have.
My sweet baby boy.
And I just haven't had a chance of getting him, and I don't even know how long.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I really want him to have, like, the 4-star rerun, because, like, on the banner, like, being one of the featured 4 stars, is because I want C6, because I use him so often. He's triple crowned.
Yeah.
Like, I just want him C6, because I want his shield to be the best it could be. So.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm excited to get another Layla so I can do the same. Because I use her shield more than anything else, personally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no.
That's just a little blurb that I wanted to throw in about Genshin. But yeah, I think that's everything.
That was a lot. That was a lot we covered. I'm proud. That was great. Hell yeah.
Well, with that being said, we're going to say thank you guys so much for listening/watching this episode of the AFK Podcast. If you are watching on YouTube, we are also on Spotify. And if you aren't listening on Spotify and you want to see our faces and the graphics that I add in, we are also on YouTube. The video version's on YouTube. If you want, you can check out our socials that are below our faces or in the description if you're on Spotify. I posted one TikTok when we were recording. I have some clips saved from last episode with Sam to my computer that I have not yet uploaded. So we'll see when I do that and if I decide to. But I do have some that I want to upload to our TikTok, but also on our Instagram is usually where I post, like, stories of me editing, and you'll be able to see exactly when the podcast is up because I will post it. But
very prompt on those.
I am. I'm trying.
Yes.
Trying here.
You're doing great. But once I move, I'll be able to help with all the things. I promise.
It's okay. But yeah, thanks again so much, everyone, for watching/listening. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks, or maybe a bonus episode.
Of
our favorite streamers/YouTubers.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
But yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and we will see you guys later. Goodbye.